Hello and welcome to the ABCs of Weight Loss. I'm Deanna. I'm on an adventure to lose over 100 pounds through kind of like a curiosity mindset, building of good habits, and letting go, removing habits that no longer serve me. So tonight we are talking about words that begin with the letter R. So as we get started, let's go ahead and put our guesses for what words we may or may not be talking about in the comment box. What words do you think that we may or may not be talking about tonight? I am just so thankful that you all are here. If you're watching it live, if you're watching it on the replay, it just means the world to me. There are so many things that we could be doing with our time, and I'm just so thrilled and pleased that you would choose to spend a little bit of your day with me. I hope you are doing well. I hope you're doing lovely and all of the things. So we are getting our guesses. Hello, Cheryl. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Misty. Welcome, welcome. Hello, everybody out there. Welcome, welcome. Oh, thanks. Words are rigid, recover, and rest. Rigid, those are some nice guesses. Ooh, resilient, recovery. Awesome guesses. Hello, Marianne. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. If you're driving, please don't put your comments in the chat. You can save them for another time. You do not have to put them in the chat. Oh, ruthless. Wow. Woo. Ruthless. We're coming out. R is such an awesome word. There are just like so many words. I could probably do R like forever because there are so many words that we could use for the letter R. So many words. But there is rebound. Ooh, rebound. What an excellent word. Trying to pick your favorites. There are just so many words that start with the letter R. And my first word of the night is gonna be retreat. It's gonna be retreat. You guys didn't say retreat. Retreat. It's on my mind. I've been planning a retreat for many months, and I just announced it. I have a big web page on my website, www.adventuresofdeanna.com. It's going to be September 13th through this September 17th, located here in St. Louis, Missouri. And we're going to do all kinds of wonderful, exciting adventures whenever we go on retreat. And it is going to be an exciting thing. But I wanted to kind of talk about, why do people even go on retreats? Why do people even go on retreats? So retreats have actually been shown to have long-term benefits, whereas in some studies that like a regular just vacation has short-term benefits associated with it. Yes, you get to rest, you get to rejuvenate, but on a retreat, you also kind of, get to, just recoup. You get to get in alignment with your body. You get to get in alignment with your thoughts. You can recoup on what your, goals are, how you've done on your goals, what your future goals are. And there are just lots of long-term benefits of that recharge that you're doing and the time that you're spending. Whereas sometimes whenever you just go on a vacation, it's not as worry-free and as stress-free, and you're really not also focused on a particular, like topic or thing that you want to kind of like bring into you. Hello, Angel. Welcome. We're talking about words that start with the letter R, and we're starting with retreat. But if you'd like to put your guesses in, please feel free to. So there are long-term benefits shown of attending a retreat. One thing that's also really good about retreats is it just gets you away from your daily routine. It gives you some of that personal time, and you are worth the personal time. We are worth taking time to really focus in on ourselves. And I think that September is really such a great time to do that because we're coming into some of those more like crazy type, hectic type times of the month. We got, Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and all of that. The last 3 months of the year can be kind of a hustle and a bustle. So it's good to take that time for you to really focus on your goals before heading into that. Another thing that's really good is that you're with like-minded people. So people who are on a journey like that's similar to yours, not necessarily the same journey, but a journey that is similar to yours. And we can, talk with one another, share with one another, learn from one another, and we can really build upon relationships that, we have, or even build fresh new relationships that we didn't have before. And that is a lot. Rest, rejuvenation, long-term benefits, hanging out, just learning new things that, we never knew before. That's a lot. That's a lot of reasons to attend a retreat. But the one thing that's really big to me is the relationships. And that's going to be my next R word is relationships. So have you ever heard the phrase that you're the average of the 5 people that you spend the most time with? Have you ever heard that before? Have you ever heard that before? I think it was, Jim Rohn that said it, but somebody else has said, show me your friends and I'll show you your future type things. Relationships are really, really, really important. Relationships help provide a sense of community, accountability, just relaxation. Relationships are a very, very important cog in the wheel. I don't know for you, but as I've been on a weight loss journey, not just this time, but also in, prior attempts, I could see how some relationships were impacted by my weight loss. Maybe somebody, we used to hang out, like the activities that we used to do were really solely based around things that as I was losing weight or maintaining my weight, whatever, that were really no longer in alignment with a way that I wanted to treat my body. Maybe it was just a dinner friend, but a dinner friend that had to have like all the courses and they're kind of food pushery and they just weren't really, after attempt trying to, really get on board with what, my new lifestyle was. So that relationship kind of like was stressful. It created anxiety. It was starting to feel uncomfortable. So it was something that, I had to kind of, back away from that relationship because it wasn't really feeling good. And then start building other relationships with people who did make me feel good, who were in alignment with what my goals were, who I didn't feel that anxiety and fear and, just all the things around. So relationships are important. It's important that we have relationship with people that want to help us become the people that we want to be. Even if it's just the simplest change of just eating healthy. I don't want to change nothing else. I just want to eat healthy. Well, our friends can be, a portion of that type thing. Hello, Sharia. Welcome. So glad you're here. Thank you for coming. We're talking about words that start with the letter R tonight. So relationships are really, really important. But the funny thing about, and I'm looking over at my notes over here, just so you know why I'm just kind of glancing over here because I can't do all of this stuff off the top of my head because my memory isn't the best. But here we go. How long does it take to make a friend? This is a really, really interesting thing. I hear all the time about how difficult it is as adults to um, to create new friendships, to find new friends, all of the things. Like friendships are difficult. There's one of those things that you just have to constantly, put a little bit of effort in. But friendships are truly important. And going back to the whole retreat aspect of things, and how many people put heart comments in the box if you've ever been to summer camp when you were younger? Had you ever gone to summer camp? Hearts in the comments if you have ever been to summer camp. Hearts in the comments, hearts in the comments. Wonderful words. Wonderful words. Hearts. Okay. So I've been to summer camp. I used to go to camp. I went to a church camp whenever I was a kid. And the relationships that I made with people, the friendships, and then I would go back year after year to see those same friends. And we would just have such great, tight bonds. But it's because we really got to spend time together in a short, one little week, but we're spending hours upon hours together, talking about just life and everything. Leadership camp, I think, is the same thing. It's like a camp. I think it works even for like camp counselors and whatever, there's still takeaways from spending that much time together. Okay, so in a 2018 study by Professor Jeffrey Hall, it suggests that it takes the average adult roughly 50 hours of time together to move from acquaintances to a casual friend. For more advanced levels of friendship, it can take more than 200 hours before you consider someone close. 200 hours. So I just think that relationships are really important. They help with, like I said, they help with accountability. They help with motivation. They help with de-stressing, relaxing. There are just so many benefits to having really good friends. And like I said, went to Girl Scout camp. Yay. Only one night. It was a short one. Short little Girl Scout camp. But here, that's what we're doing whenever we're having our live streams and we come together and we talk. We're spending time together. It might be virtually, but we're still creating those relationships. We're still creating those bonds across the airwaves. But we're becoming friends. We're having a relationship, and then we can really count on these relationships to look for a mentee or a mentor, a shoulder to cry on. So many benefits of the relationships that we're building through community, through all of this. So that was my next R word, was relationships. It can be, a little bit uncomfortable to seek out new relationships. I started with my hiking club, and I felt like the hiking club was a really good place to start to, thanks Loki, to build new friendships and relationships, because you're doing an activity, but that activity also allows for good conversation. It's not like you're doing an activity, there's no time to talk. Like a yoga class, you kind of like show up, you do your yoga, and you maybe have like 5 minutes to really talk. So it's going to take a lot of visits before you're really starting to build relationships in that kind of situation. But for like when you're in a hiking or walking group, it's really quite easy to start, talking with the person that you're walking with and to get that communication going, to get that conversation and to really build on the friendships, and then, figure out, your likes and everything like that. Misty was stuck with me after our first walk. Does it go that way or is it the other way around? Are you stuck with Misty? I don't know. Never anticipated finding a mentor that I'd never met in person. It's funny how life can change, though. Oh, so relationships. I also read somewhere that relationships really are the secret to happiness and promoted longevity whenever we have good, strong relationships. So, something to kind of ponder on there. But relationships also, they take effort. We can't always just just think that those relationships are always just going to be there waiting for us. It's important that we check in and that we catch up and that we're touching base with our friends, and that, sometimes, have you ever been in a situation where, so much time goes by and then you kind of, feel bad. So you let more time go by, and then your friend's thinking the same thing, like, oh, we haven't talked in a while, but I'd love to talk to him. So but everybody's afraid to make the first, reach out to somebody, reach out. Don't be shy. Don't be embarrassed. Don't be whatever. The other person is probably feeling the same way too. If it's a relationship that you really want to have, make sure that you're checking in, touching base, seeing how things are going. It can be a quick, little call or whatever, but it's important. People really appreciate it whenever they are thought of or needed or whatever. So we want to make sure that we are putting some effort in and we don't forget about those relationships and all the hustle and bustle and all of the things that we have to do all of the time. It's easy to lose sight of those things. So it's just your little public service announcement to give that friend a call. Give that friend a call. That is right. Hit the nail right on the head with that comment. It's amazing to have wonderful relationships of our choosing. Sometimes they are the created family that we need. There are so many people out there that need a created family. They don't even have family. So they rely on their created families. It really is a blessing to have that created family in your life, to have those people that you can reach out to even just have somebody that you can go, run an errand with, or anything really. Relationships are so very important. Just want to stress that. So, and see all the love, seeing all the love. That's what we're all about. We're all about love and community. And it's nice to. So this live stream is at 5 o'clock. It's the end of the workday for me, and it's kind of like a little bit of relaxation. It's just like I can put the stress of the day behind me and reset. That's going to be another R word, and reset into the next part of my evening. It's just like a good moment to relax. And while we're talking about the word relax, how do you relax? What's your relaxation activities? What do you enjoy to relax? And has that changed since you wanted to lose weight or take better care of yourself, how do you relax and how has it maybe changed since you embarked on a weight loss journey or wellness journey? And how has it changed since what did you do before weight loss by walking and working out with friends? For me, a huge part of relaxation used to be to grab some food and to sit and watch some TV. That was like, this is relaxation. And it was really the only thing that I could think of. And I just actually believed that that's what everybody did. That's what everybody did. The people that I had seen in all my years, that's what they did to relax. My friends, that's what they did to relax. My family, that's what they did to relax. I really didn't know that there were other ways to relax. I knew that some people like to read books and have a snack to relax. But really, that's all I was ever exposed to was if you want to, relax, you just, you get a snack and you watch TV. And it really wasn't until, I started losing weight. And actually, it wasn't until I started losing weight this time that I started learning about how ways other people relax. And some people do it by walking, and some people do it by reading, but they don't need a snack. And some people take baths, long baths, like an hour-long bath to relax. That's their, dream, is to go home and take a nice long bubble bath. Some people like to read. I like to do meditation now. That's an awesome way for me to relax now. I like to play with my spin balls, even though they are kind of stressful to me sometimes because I'm learning. They're also just a very relaxing thing. I like to color. I find that coloring and listening to music is super relaxing. People often think of relaxing as an absence of physical activity. And I would say, that we might be flawed in what our beliefs are if that's something that we believe. Like riding a bicycle can be so relaxing. Just that time in nature can be really, really relaxing. There's always so many different ways to relax. There's not just one way to relax. And sometimes it might depend on your energy level for the day on how you want to relax. If you've got, a lot of energy, but, and you want to relax, then, going for a walk, doing some kind of physical activity is going to be a good way to relax. But if you're having like one of those low energy days and you need to relax, then maybe you want to go with reading a book, doing some self-care, doing some coloring, different things like that. So there's lots of different ways for us to relax. And we just want to make sure that, that we're taking a look at the activities that we're doing to relax. And if we haven't transitioned away from activities that aren't in alignment with our goals, then maybe we want to consider different ways to relax. So another way that a lot of people will relax is scrolling. How many people relax by, getting their phone out and scrolling? You're, just looking mindlessly at Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, just scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. How many activity goals have you not hit because you were busy scrolling on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok? How many, other things got put off till tomorrow because you lost time relaxing with your social media? And then the funny thing about that is, can you say that with 100% certainty every single time you look at social media, do you walk away feeling good, empowered, and better about yourself? Or are there times that you're watching social media, scrolling mindlessly, trying to relax, and it makes you feel less than what you should? Do you ever scroll social media and it makes you feel less than you should? Is it a good use of our time if that's the way we're walking away from it? But if we went for a walk, if we did some physical activity, if we did some other activity, we'd feel really proud and good about ourselves. Something to think about there. I wish we were live, man. Wish we were live. So sad. This delayed response stuff is just drives me crazy. Having to wait for comments, not hearing a yeah, not seeing a nod. It's hard, man. It's hard. So hard. And that's why, oh my God, I had this clever idea. It just snuck up on me from out of nowhere. And what did I do? I just jumped on it because that's what I like to do. So I decided that, okay, my friend Derek at Derek's Journey on YouTube, he is having a steps challenge. I know a lot of you know about it, but I got to explain the whole thing just in case there's somebody watching that doesn't know about it. So he does a steps challenge like every other month. How it works is you sign up to be in the steps challenge and then you get placed on a team, and then it's the teams competing against the teams. So it's not an individual competing against all the other individuals. But however many steps you get, those get converted into points. And then there's like the team score, and then your team gets bragging rights. Yay, we won at the end. Or you didn't win. But the whole deal is just to do a little bit better than you did yesterday, just to kind of defeat sneaker. The sneaker is that little brain inside you that says, we can do it later. Wait till tomorrow. It's not that important. We're just trying to defeat sneaker and get our steps in. But I saw that some of my teammates in recent months, because I'm a team captain of Team Shrinkables, were struggling to hit their step goals. And they were not, they just weren't hitting their goals. And I thought, what could we do in order to help ourselves get our goals? If we're joining the steps challenge with a goal of hitting a certain number of steps, not everybody is joining it for that particular purpose. And that's fine too. It's all for fun. It's just fun. Anyway, if you're new to the steps challenge, check out Derek's Journeys channel on YouTube. But I thought it would be fun for this upcoming month of July to do an accountability and support group. But we're going to do it on Zoom. It's not going to be recorded. It's not going to be live. It's not going to be, out there for the masses. So anybody who wanted to participate could. They don't have to feel like, other people are going to see it. Other people are going to be judging them, anything like that. It'll just be a nice little intimate group where we can talk about what our goals are. We can set some goals that are realistic. We can work towards our goals, and we can talk about the successes that we've had, what setbacks that we're having, and think of different ways in order to, get those goals. And I just thought it would be a fun way for us to build relationships that are important to have. I thought it would be a great way for us to be accountable to our goals that we set at the beginning of July so that we hit those goals, because it feels good. It feels empowering to set a goal and to achieve that goal. And those wins, even wins that aren't related to weight loss, if it's an activity win, it still helps in the whole overall well-being of your mind and body. So those wins add up. So I want people to win at the steps challenge. I know that things go wonky. I know that a July steps challenge can be kind of hard because you might think, okay, cool, I got this, I can get this many number of steps. And then, but you weren't thinking about the 4th of July. You weren't thinking about the travel time. You weren't thinking about this vacation or that vacation and road trips and how much time you spend in the car and all of these things. So sometimes, we have these great intentions, but we weren't fully thinking out the plan. But that's okay. Let's regroup. Let's think about it. And there's still time to get that goal. So I just thought it'd be fun to have a support and accountability group. If you want to join it, it's going to be on Sundays at 7 p.m. We're going to meet and just talk about things while the steps challenge is going on. And then the final week after, we're just going to, kind of regroup and celebrate any victories that we had or whatever. It's just going to be for a half an hour. It's just 30 minutes for us to, have a real quick chat. You can sign up. You can register for it. It's free on my website, adventuresofdeanna.com. But I wanted to talk about that as well. Yeah, I haven't set a steps goal in forever. I just, as a person who doesn't own a treadmill and doesn't go to the gym, steps can be really hard in July because it's so hot and it's so humid and it's hard to get those steps in. And then there's always things that are coming up and you feel like, you're go, go, go. So it can be hard to hit a steps goal in July. So that's why I really, really wanted to do it. It's going to help hold me accountable. And if I can help anyone else to achieve their goals, well, that's just a win for me, as well. So it'll be fun. I hope people come and enjoy and, enjoy the camaraderie and just spending time together. So that next word. So talking about steps. My next word is routine. You I love a routine. So a routine is also one of my favorite things. It's a bunch of habits put together. So when I leave my house every day, I have a garage that I park in and then, I back out and then I got to close the garage. But every single time I have to audibly out loud say garage door closing. When I press the button, see it start to come down, garage door closing. Because if I don't audibly say it, then my brain says, did you close the garage? And then I have to go back and look and check and make sure I closed the garage. Because no, I don't have an app for that on my phone. I could get a garage door opener that gives me an app for that, but I don't have one. So it's a routine. It's a habit that I have, that garage door closing. Is it a salad habit? No, it's not a salad habit. But most days it happens. Routines are important. Routines, things that we do. Drinking our water is a good routine to get into. Where's my water cup? Where's my water cup? Where's my water cup? Thinking about, are we getting proper hydration? What are other routines that you have found really helpful for you? Because closing my garage door has nothing to do with weight loss. That was a bad example because nothing to do with weight loss. So a big routine that we have while you guys are putting in your routines is my Saturday morning routine. I cannot believe that I get up at like 5:30 in the morning on Saturdays, and I have a routine that takes me up until 9 a.m. All those hours. But I got to get up. I got to, walk the dog. I've got to do my journaling. I do my meditation. I do my workout. And then I start working on my grocery plan. What are the groceries that we're going to get for the week? What are we going to eat? And that includes, I got to look at the weather. What's the weather going to be like? Because that depends on indoor or outdoor cooking. Who's doing, most of the things. Then we put together the whole grocery plan. And then there's like an hour break that I got to fill time. And then it's off to the grocery store. So that's the Saturday routine. It's just habit, but it makes it so easy. I don't have to think, when am I going to fit this in? I know exactly when I'm going to do my meal planning. And then I do that on Saturday so that on Sunday, when I have the most amount of time, if there's anything that I need to prep for the week, I have all day Sunday to do my meal prep. I don't have to worry about, oh my gosh, I ran to the store and now I'm tired and blah, blah, and I got to do all that meal prep. No, I've got that day built in so that I know exactly when my meal prep is going to happen. Left that sucker open too many times. Stupid garage door. All the time. Garage door. So a nighttime routine. A nighttime routine is also important. Studies show that getting the right amount of sleep is really, really important. And if you're able to, the best way to do that is to create a sleep schedule and to kind of stick to it and to be regular about your sleep schedule. And a good way to ensure that you're sticking to that sleep schedule is to have a nighttime routine. A lot of studies showed that electronics are not so good for you, like 30 to 45 minutes before you go to bed. So we should, kind of be shutting those off. How do we signal to our brain that, hey, we're getting ready for bed, so that when you hit that pillow, you're more apt to go to sleep right away. Some people like to journal before they go to bed, just to jot down all the thoughts from the day, to put a things to do tomorrow to-do list together. That way you're not going through all of the things while you're trying to sleep. You already put them down on paper. Brain, it's cool. I know what my to-do list is. I made it. We don't need to go back over it. It's all done. I took care of all of it. So, just thinking about that. My night routine, I'm with you there. I have worked hard on my nighttime routine. And it's much harder for me to get a nighttime routine together than it ever was to get a morning routine together. And I really worked my way backwards. So what time do I want to be in bed? So by this time I need to be flossing. By this time I need to change my clothes. By this time I need to do X, Y, Z. So then I know that at 8 o'clock, I have to do my bedtime wind down. And my phone reminds me now that it's time to start your bedtime wind down. And it just kind of triggers me. Okay, it's time to do all the things. Just get me set up for tomorrow. If I need to lay out my clothes, if I need to make sure that I know where all my belongings are for work the next day, if, whatever it might be. My night routine is the only thing that makes my morning routine work. That is so huge. If you're not setting yourself up for success the night before, it can, really, really harm the next day. And we want to get started on, where everything's working for us. It's like, it's all in order. It just feels so good. Today's great. Today's going to be a great day, but whenever things start to go awry because you didn't prepare the night before, then it's like, oh man, you feel like there's some resistance in the whole day that you're going to have. So routine. In bed no later than 9. Even have my light schedule decrease brightness as the day gets later. My husband has programmed all the lights in the house. All the lights. So routine. Routine. Let's talk about routine for a second. Because it's the summertime and it's vacation season. And I know that a lot of people really struggle with getting back on track, as they call it, or whatever, whenever they get back from vacation. Even if it's a weekend, it's hard to get back on track because your routine has been thrown off. I think that, and I have proven to myself that planning my reset and my routine is equally important as how am I going to get to the destination that I'm going to? How am I going to get back? What am I going to eat whenever I'm there? And what am I going to wear? Is equally as important as getting back to my routine. How am I going to get back to that routine? So planning includes how I'm going to get back into my routine. That's part of vacation planning. If I missed my shopping day, how am I going to get those groceries? Can I, have some delivery service deliver them? Can I pick my groceries up? Something that's going to be, low work, easy to make sure that I set myself up. Maybe I can just plan for a day where I don't have to just automatically get back into the crazy part of it where you got to go to work and all the things and all the responsibilities, but another day off where it's just an at-home day where I can take care of getting all my belongings out of their suitcases and putting them back into their places, because when things are in their place, life is easier. Just doing that, doing the laundry, doing the shopping, doing the prepping, a day to take care of all of that instead of just getting back from vacation. Then all of a sudden the next day I've got to be running at 100 speed, get to work, out the door, blah, blah, blah. But I don't, know where my shoes are, and I don't know where my makeup is because I didn't unpack the suitcase yet. And I didn't, do all of these things. So getting back into that routine, planning for getting back into that routine, telling yourself exactly when you're going to get back to that routine. We a lot of times just think about planning the vacation and going, and we figure that whenever we get back, everything will just fall into place. Don't count on that. Don't count on that to happen. Make a plan for when you get back, to get back into the things that are like good and beneficial. It's really easy for the habits that you have worked to develop to go away whenever you go on vacation, and then you get back and you've completely forgot all of the habits that you worked months and months and months to build. I've seen it happen to people. I just want to, warn you that can happen and that we need to have a plan. I love that. I still like going to sleep, but I enjoy waking up so much now. It's worth it. I love it. I love it. An evening workout helps you sleep so much better. I can see it's relaxing. It just kind of washes it away type thing. I can totally get where an evening workout. I definitely, on the days that I walk dogs at night at the later hours, I do get better sleep than on the days that I don't walk dogs. So I can see how that would benefit me to add that into my nighttime routine. I can see the benefits there. Awesome. So routine. I like to have a small evening strength workout. Anything else amps me up. Yeah, my walking's like strolling, so it's not like anything too, whatever. I like to do yoga at night. I find that yoga is very, very relaxing, and it's kind of like strength and stretching, and that is good for me at night. It is something that I enjoy. So recover and rest. Are we taking the time to recover and rest? And I know this isn't what Misty meant whenever she said recover and rest, but that's where the differences in our brains can kind of go whenever I think about recover and rest. And I was just talking about vacation, so my mind went to, are you taking time to recover and rest after your vacation? Are you planning that time in? Because I think that's an important part of it once you get back, to have that. Sometimes vacations just can be a lot, because you're just, you got to go shopping before you go on vacation for who knows what, the last minute things that you need, bug spray, I don't know, sunscreen, new outfit, whatever it is. But there's lots of running around, and then you're running around while you're on vacation, and you're doing all these fun and exciting things. And yes, there's time for rest and relaxation, but once you bring all those belongings back into the house, is there time for rest and relaxation to buffer you from the craziness of life? Craziness of life. So definitely 2 days off after your vacation. See, it's so important. It's a good thing to have. It's a good thing to do. Just, it feels different whenever you're in your home, having that time to rest and relax and reset. Really, it's just like, okay, let's get back into the swing of things here. Let's get back into the things. The day before, yay! I can't wait. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I can't even. I don't want to think about it, but I'm really nervous at work because our busy season at work, and that's like the time I'm not supposed to take off, but I'm taking off anyway. So anyway, we'll see what happens. Maybe. I don't know. But I'm so excited for it. So we talked about all the words that I had really wanted to talk about, that I really wanted to focus on for the letter R. And now I'm scrolling through your comments to see what words did I miss. I'm going to talk about ruthless. I don't know what to say with ruthless. What were you thinking with ruthless? Rebound. That's a good one. How quickly do we rebound? How resilient are we? And that, takes me back to reset. So when is a good time to hit the reset button? When is it a good time to rebound? The next second, the next moment, the next meal. A lot of people think that reset, so it's the end of the month, it's the end of June, and a lot of people like to do kind of like a reset at the end of the month. A lot of people like to do a reset on like a Sunday, and I can start again on Monday. I can do it at the beginning next month. I can do it next week for reset or rebound. But it's really, you can hit the reset button at any time. If you feel like, oh man, I really messed up the day. No, there's always a chance to reset. You can rebound from, a snap decision that you made that maybe got you off track for a little bit. We can always rebound pretty easily from those things. It's just, what we believe. But that Tuesday is my birthday. Okay. Some people are ruthless to themselves. Overly? Oh, yes, they are, aren't they? That's what your brain was, people. I am some people. It's funny how whenever like negative self-talk and being ruthless to myself came into conversation. At one point I thought, yeah, I do it, but I'm not, worse than, anybody else. I don't do it a lot. And I'm not, ruthless about it. I just, sometimes say, negative things to myself. And as, time went on and I was really thinking about it and becoming aware of it, it was crazy how much of it was going kind of unnoticed. And I really didn't understand the true level of how I was talking to myself. But I think it could have been described as ruthless. It was like all the time, all day long, every day. And how can I feel good or confident or empowered to make good decisions, to even try whenever, I'm talking to myself like, you'll never amount to anything. You're worthless. You just can't get it. You don't understand. You're stupid. All of these negative statements. You're ugly. You're fat. You're lazy. You're all of the stuff. Just probably every hour of the day. That's just unacceptable. And I let myself talk to myself like that for years. I wouldn't let anybody talk to a friend of mine like that. I wouldn't let anybody talk to my dog like that. I wouldn't let anybody talk to my husband like that. It's just crazy that I think that it's okay that I was talking to myself like that for years and years and years. And how many years have I been doing this where I've been aware of my self-talk, where I've been working on lessening that negative self-talk? 4 years, and it still happens. It's a bad habit. It's a lot less. It's not every hour. It's not even every single day anymore, which is amazing. That is such huge progress. But it's funny that there's so much negative self-talk out there, and we just have to be listening for it and reframing it and telling ourselves different, lifting ourselves up, loving who we are today, not who we want to be in the future, not when we get to our goal weight, not whenever we have the amount of money we want in our pockets, we need to love ourselves today. Because if I love myself, it is so much easier to do things from a place of love than it is from a place of hate. It's easier to do wonderful, awesome things whenever you love yourself. And there are reasons to love yourself. If you're having a bad day and you feel all negative about yourself, no. Just no. There are reasons to love yourself. You're smart, you're organized, you're talented, you're a great caretaker, you're a wonderful friend, you're very supportive, you do so many awesome things, you're creative, like on and on, whatever it is. There are reasons to love yourself. You might not love something about yourself, but there's reasons to love yourself despite, and just kind of accept that that exists, and maybe you're working on getting it changed. But there's ways to love yourself. It's hard to say nice things about ourselves. Always working on this. And what really, really, really helped me was writing it down in my journal every single day, 3 things I like about myself. And the progression of how it went to superficial to much deeper things. Like the day that I wrote down, I love my strength was a pretty big day. Like, wow, yeah, I love my strength. Like, that's pretty cool. But before, I would have just been, you're weak, you're weak, you're weak. I love my strength. But it was a progression because whenever I first started writing down the things I like about myself, I liked my hair. I liked my smile. But to get to those deeper things, I like my creativity. I like my curiosity. I like my ability to be there for other people. Like, these were so much harder for me to pull out. But I think it's one of those things that it just takes practice because we've practiced. We have practiced talking crap to ourselves years and years and years. We're good at it. It's easy. But we didn't practice talking good. So it's a practice. I think it's like anything else that we can build the skill as long as we're practicing the skill. We can build it. There we go. You could still have it stale, but I had a lot of good things in, so I know it's better. And that's what we're looking for. We're looking for it to get better. Started by saying what others believed about me, and slowly I started to believe them. And that is true. Sometimes it's hard for us to believe it. And we borrow that belief that others have until we can really say, okay, I believe that about myself now. I get that. I get that 100%. We're all works in progress. Everybody is a work in progress. Everybody is a work in progress. Okay, so that is it for tonight. I hope that you guys will join the accountability and support group for the Derek's Journey Steps Challenge. And I hope you're going to attend the retreat. Both of the things are on my website, adventuresofdeanna.com. Please come back to this video if you're watching live and tell me what was your favorite word of the night and why. Just any comments really help the video out so that it'll get out to more viewers. So really, 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 I said that a lot. Is it because it's an R word? It helps the channel out. Anyway, I want to thank you again for being here. I will see you in the next one as always. Oh, thank you and have a great week. I'll see you in the next one as always. It's going to be an adventure. Bye.